Hello, what's up? You know who it is already. I don't gotta say the name. Today we're gonna be talking about the new legends and their stats because they are finally dropping throughout the day. Finally, Sarah B pretty much said, "Hey, boom, all the stuff, drop it," and I'm glad they did. So here we go. We're gonna talk about Ogerpon. We're gonna talk about the 3 deities. I would talk about the other Pokemon, but right now they're not important. Out of all the but first, there are 2 specific changes I do want to say. Empoleon now has, instead of Defiant raising attack, it has fucking competitive, which raises a special attack by 2. Which means if it gets any stat lowered, it gets a fucking boost in its special attack, which is godlike. That is a god tier buff for this mod. Because for some reason, why did it have Defiant even though it's it's more of a special attacker than a physical attacker? It just didn't make no sense. But it got the move, it's all good to go. And then Shift Tree, it got Wind Rider, which makes sense instead of that stupid ass ability Early Bird. It has actually something good now, so maybe we can see some Shift Tree play. But that's besides the point. Those are the 2 mods I specifically knew that got changed. But if you want to know more about the other changes coming into the game, you can go watch the latest video. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about Ogerpon. No, Ogerpon. Ogerpon has 4 different forms. As you can see, it is pure grass through all around. And when it pops up the teal mask, it got pure grass. Oh, it's pretty awkward to work with, I'm not even lying. It has many weaknesses, but hey, it's whatever. The grass fire mask is probably something I would use, to be honest. I low-key might use that the most. And I'm going to be talking about this in VGC senses, so beware of that. And then Wellspring Grass Water is probably it. Out of all of them for VGC, this might be the best one. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I'm saying either fire or water. The rock one is... That's iffy, to say the least, because it's not weak to ground. No, it's not, because grass resists ground. So it resists ground. Is there a grass rock? No, I think we do have one. I'm not sure, I might not be thinking, but this one might be the weakest one. Who knows? We don't know yet, because this thing is literally just dropped. Yes, last night, so we have no way of knowing. But here's his abilities. The teal mask gets Defiant. You already know how that works. Water Resort for the water one. Mold Breaker for the heat one. And then Sturdy for the rock one. Which I don't know why I should get Sturdy. Because its stats, as you'll see when we scroll down, is pretty crazy. But okay. When it terastallizes, because all of them have different abilities when they terastallize. Teal one gets speed. Gets a speed stat. The water one gets a special defense. Fire gets attack, defense, or rock. Pretty much. Oh, weaknesses. Here we go. Damage. Okay, so this is Wellspring. Weak to poison, flying, bug. So 3 weaknesses for if you got the water one. 1, 2, 3, just 3 weaknesses for the fire one. The fire one might be the best one if I'm being honest. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the rock one, and the rock one doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it's weak to... Oh, never mind. It's weak to ice, fighting, bug. Damn, it's weak to bug? I mean, it got that grass typing, though, because rock doesn't resist. It's the pure bug, not pure bug. It's grass first, then rock. If it was rock first, then it would be resisted, but damn. Yeah, it's too, like, steel types are all too common. Fighting types are all too common. So having these 2 is just gonna really snuff out the rock one, like I said. But those are its stats. Let's go into its move sets and stuff it can learn. The primary move, also, by the way, this move, the Ivy, Cud Gel, is all based off of what typing your mask that you're wearing. So if you're wearing the fire one, it becomes a fire move, and if you wear the water one, vice versa, it's gonna be a water move. It always has a high chance of critting, and it's base 100 on both stats. Crazy move already. High chance to crit and has a high fucking base stat. It gets moves like Power Whip, Super Power, Wood Hammer, and Spiky Shield. And its main move. I already have a stat for this thing, by the way. It's pretty much Spiky Shield, Ivory Cudgel, and Horn Leech. Because I looked this up earlier. I literally looked this up like earlier when they were dropping this, and Horn Leech for recovery, because that's really good. But the other moves that can get another notable stuff, Play Rough, it gets knockoff too. So if you really want to mess around with that, you can use knockoff. It gets Grassy Glide, it gets SD, which is what I have on it. Stomping Tantrum to hit the steel types if you're having trouble. But I've been using the fire one, so I don't have to worry about the steel types as much. I can just do Ivory, and yeah, I can just do Ivy and just bam, whack them in the head. I can just whack him in the head with that, so I'm pretty much good. I'm pretty much fucking set. Its stat distribution, its main stat is base 80 HP, 120 attack, so it's pretty much crazy. It has 110 speed, so this thing is outspeeding a lot of the normal things, and then 85, 84 defense, and then 96 special defense. It's mainly due to the fact that whichever you transform in, its typing is going to be... What the fuck? Because out of all of them, if you were going, the water one's literally meant to be defensive. The water one's meant to be defensive, but it's mainly weak to the common flying. Actually, I mean, yeah, mainly common flying, because poison types aren't really all that much. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at I'm looking at Teal Mask. Oops, this one right here. No, this one. Yeah, it's still weak to flying. It's weak to poison. And weak to bug, but you will barely see bug types. And then you'll just mainly... Flying will be the most common one to see. Poison is pretty rare. But, hey. So this Wellspring is probably the best one. It's going to be hella defensive. You can run like... Let's see. If you want to run like a supportive... Like a supportive / offensive one. Because this thing gets Follow Me for some reason. So if you want to run this thing supportive, you can do like Follow Me, Leech Seed to be hella supportive and annoying. Taunt. Now you can run this thing in a very supportive, and somehow in a supportive way. I can see this thing working supportive. Am I going to use it supportive? No, because I really want to use... I'm taking advantage of that base 120 attack. So, nah, I'm not using this thing for supportive, but... If I had the choice of being able to get 2 of them, then I'd probably try a supportive version of it. But right now, I just don't want to. I can't. But that's enough of I wouldn't say Oranguru. That's enough of Ogerpon. It's pretty nice, pretty neat. Pheasantipity. No, this thing is stupid. Just letting y'all know. Pheasantipity. This one is the dumbest one out of all 3 of them. Out of the trio. So, Pheasantipity, right? It gets the ability Toxic Chain. All of them gets the ability Toxic Chain, which can badly poison the target if it hits the move. And it doesn't matter whatever move. It can literally be a special move or a physical move. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter. That is how stupid it is. Its hidden ability is Technician, which is... Why? It is why. It's pretty much a big fat why. It's Poison Fairy too. Crazy typing, by the way. Crazy. Fairies don't even do shit. Steel types are there. Steel types are common. They're there. You got Ground to worry about, and then Psychic. But those are really it. Everything else, it just resists. Neutral to fire. Resist that grass. Damn sure resist fighting. Damn sure resist bug. This thing, Dragon ain't touching this shit. Like, this thing is stupid. And you thought that was worse. I'm just only going to the movesets. I know its stats. You're gonna be questioning, like, why the fuck does this thing, why is this thing stupid? Because it gets moves like, it gets Roost. Like, what the fuck? It gets Roost. It gets Moonblast. It gets fucking Icy Wind. so it can be supportive. It gets Slight Screen, it gets Dazzling Gleam, it gets fucking Taunt, it gets Tailwind as well, my nigga. It gets all of these. It gets Toxic as well. You're probably wondering, why am I only going to like the supportive moves and stuff? Because if you look at this thing's stats, look at that. 125 special defense. And then 82 defense. But that 82 defense doesn't matter because you can just invest in its defense. And this thing starts turning into an unkillable wall. I'm not even lying to y'all. It turns into an unkillable fucking wall, bro. But hey, hey, I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the rules. They decide to do this bullshit. They decide to make this poison fairy type be crazy good. I don't know why they did, but they said, fuck it. We're gonna make this thing have roost and all this. We're gonna make it be bulky as shit. We're gonna make it be just all around fucking crazy. And I'm just kind of like, okay, why are we doing this? But you know what? Fuck it. And since the thing can just poison with any move, it's already bad. That's already bad enough. But hey, we don't make the rules, okay? We don't. But let's move on to Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory is Poison Psychic. Obviously, it's Toxic Chain. It has First Ascend ability, which is pretty ass. Weak to ground. They're all weak to ground, by the way. Weak to ground, Ghost, Dark. Calming. Dark is gonna be like out there. Ground is everywhere. It gets Nasty Plot, which is Jesus. It's already crazy. It gets Nasty Plot. It gets Fake Out. Psychic. It gets shit like, it gets like its moves that it needs. It gets Shadow Ball, it gets Psychic, it gets Helping Hand, it gets U-Turn, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb, Poltergeist. It gets moves that it needs, but it doesn't get a lot of moves. It doesn't get like a shit ton, like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam. Like, imagine this thing getting like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, all that shit. Like, this thing would be crazy because it has 130 fucking special attack and 106 speed. This thing is not only fast, but it's going to hit hard. I mean, the main thing it's really going to take out is like fairy types and poison and fighting. Yeah, if it just, bro, if this thing got like Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, something like that. If it had one of those two moves, this thing is going to fucking wreck shit. Because then it could actually challenge fucking dragon types. Because it doesn't have anything to challenge a dragon type. Like G shit. Looking through all of its list, it has no fairy move. It has no fairy move, which makes sense why it would not have a fairy move. And it has a no Thunderbolt or Ice. Like I said, if it had more, like, even more spread coverage, this Pokemon would probably be a lot dumber than we think. But we really can't, bro. We really can't do anything about it. So, but it's fine. It is a-okay. Is A-okay? It's A-okay. But we're gonna move on to the last one, and that's Okidogi. Okidogi's Poison Fighting. It has Guard Dog. If it gets intimidated, its attack stat gets boosted. Moves items that would force Pokemon to switch out also fail to work, which is fucking crazy for him. But it's on the positive, so yeah. This nigga is, if any Psychic type that looks at it, it just blows this nigga away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we could have expected what this thing's stats were going to be, if I'm being honest. I mean, just judging by his look, he's going to be a big bulky man. Big offensive bulky man. If you look at him, he gets bulk up. He gets bulk up, superpower, crunch, like howl. He gets all the fangs. Yeah, he gets all the fangs. He gets shit like Brick Break to destroy screens, Shadow Claw, Psychic Fang, all the elemental punches, and Drain Punch as well. So you could run like Drain Punch, Ice Punch, or some shit to cover for those goddamn dragon types. Other moves like an Iron Head to cover for fairy types. Gunk Shot, Crunch, Sludge Bomb. It gets moves. Like, this is what I wish Monkey Dory had. Getting fucking moves. But no. They said, fuck no, don't give this nigga moves. And I'm like, alright, bet. We won't give these nigga moves. But nah, he gets knockoff too. So this thing, it seems good, right? Until we go to its stats. It's base 128 attack, which is great. Base 115 defense, what we expected. 88 HP, no special attack, some special defense, and then 80 speed. It's the fact that its speed stat is, it's 80. It's like, it kind of sucks though that it's like base 80. I wish it was a little higher. I'm not even joking. Like, I just wish it was a little higher. But we'll see. All we can say is we'll see what happens. It gets set up. It gets bulk up. So we know this thing can be crazy. It gets bulk up. We have Pokemon that can set up Tailwind. So, you know, this thing might be the Urshifu counter. Who knows? This thing might be the Urshifu counter because this thing can badly poison whatever it touches. You know, like it could be interesting to use. Like it gets a shit ton of moves. It does get a shit ton of moves that can help. But we really don't know what else. We'll have to see when this shit is available, because all these are not available in Reg D right now. They'll only be available in Reg E. Or it's either Reg E or the next Reg after E. But we don't know. Well, they're not available right now. They're not available right now on the ladder. So, kind of sucks. But hey, that's okie dokie. We'll have to see when all these niggas drop. But that's it for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more, hit that like button down below. Comment if there's any other Pokemon on the list, any changes that I should talk about. I'll be down to talk about them. And if not, well, just stick tuned for more of the VGC content, because I'm all for it. But that's it for me today. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.